Sanjay Jha, I'd like to come to you first. You know, the fact is, it's good to be personal when you bring in yourself in the course of your discussions. It shows that you have a human touch, and maybe that's why he's being anecdotal, as Meghnad Desai says. But you know, this whole examples of Girish on the one side, traveling on the train, showing that is opportunity, and then saying that education is not good enough. When they teach pilots, they teach them how to drop post from airplanes. The education is not good. Then saying China is complex and gives the example of a friend told me that a Chinese man died before a bus. They took the body aside and they moved on. It's all okay, but you know, people expect more, Mr. Jha. You know, people are expecting more of the number 2 leader of the Congress party.
No, absolutely. I think Rahul Gandhi is absolutely delighted that people are expecting a lot from him. I mean, that's a real challenge that he's ready for. But let me answer your question, Arnab, because I've been hearing this panel discussion even a little earlier. Number one, you said about his personal experiences. The fact is that all of us shape our decisions and our policies based on real life personal experiences.
Right.
This country, by the way, saw the death of one unfortunate victim in Delhi and has amended a law, sat through a committee in 1 month, and has actually gone ahead and you know, had a criminal law amendment bill. That's based on a personal experience. So let's not try and, in fact, that is really the story that Rahul Gandhi today wanted to convey.
So you're saying that's his strength?
No, that is a unique
His ability to get anecdotal and to bring in himself into the debate is his strength, not his weakness.
Let me tell you, when there was a lot of talk about him visiting, you know, Dalit homes.
No. Yes, Smriti, I'm going to come to you. Let Sanjay complete his point. We don't understand this.
You know, when he was going to Dalit homes and spending his time there, you know, once he asked me, he says, you know, why is it that everybody keeps talking about me going to Dalit homes? I'm not stopping anybody else from going there anyways, right? This is my experience. Everybody's free to have their own. I don't think anybody can really answer that. The point number 3, I've been hearing, you know, good friend Rajiv, I have a lot of respect for him, talking about the fact that the industry wanted to hear something specific. With due respect, Rajiv, a country of 1.2 billion people, 20% below the poverty line, 70% in agriculture. You know, to expect him to talk about, you know, how the depreciation of the exchange rate is impacting current account deficit.
Was that the expectation? What? Is Sanjay trivializing this? Sanjay, are you trivializing this? Are you trying to trivialize this?
You know, what specifics are you expecting?
No, are you trying to trivialize this?
He has to address the larger issue, which he did. 1 minute.
Mr. Jha, you are basically...
Just give me a minute. Just give me 1 minute and I'm done. 1 minute.
Let him respond. You asked him a question.
He has been criticized by the corporate sector for being pro-poor and ignoring India. His answer today was that, listen, we both need to coexist along with the middle class.
But anybody questioning
this was to
that?
say, no apprehensions, I want to assuage your fears. India has to grow, the corporate sector needs to grow with it. I mean,
but can I just come back? You see, the 2 things. One, this talk about the India Inc. giving him a clean, huge, sort of clean chit. You'll find that out in the market tomorrow, because that's where the India Inc. reacts.
Okay.
So that's, as Smriti Irani said.
Rajiv, the market fluctuates on any issue. And the market hasn't gone down on Rahul Gandhi's speech, for heaven's sake. I can tell you why it went down.
Let him reply.
Don't confuse courtesy with the real fact. The second thing is,
now what's the real fact?
You know that, as Arnab said, you're trivializing this. You see, the country is faced with such huge problems, and what you said actually.
And in 35 minutes,
just a second,
Rahul Gandhi,
just a second,
give you a laundry list of solutions to
not
all
laundry list, man, not laundry list. As Swami said, as I am saying, 3 measures.
No, I disagree with Swami and you. I think you are being extremely facile,
which will bring
extremely elementary and expecting solutions.
Let him.
No, Sanjay, fair. What I'm trying to explain to you is that country is on the edge of a precipice, and what you just said, that, you know, how can you talk about the industry's concerns because there are 1.2 billion people?
Said specifics.
But the fact is...
Do you want him to say that the auto industry should get a lower excise cut? For heaven's sake, we're not getting into
what he could
fertilizer
have said,
sector subsidy. These are challenges.
What he could have said that he realized...
Minutes, what do you expect?
Hang on, yaar. What he could have said that he realizes that the bureaucrats are not taking decisions. And he will do something to get the decision.
A question comes forth in the debate here today, and the question is this.
That's a big issue.
Gentlemen.
He could talk about governance. And how would he remove...
Gentlemen, may I please?
How would you remove the governance deficit?
Gentlemen, may I please?
That's the amazing thing.
No, wait a second. Sanjay Jha, please. Nobody is expecting Rahul Gandhi to come and say that the fertilizer.
The facts on the table. Let's not be lopsided, for heaven's sake.
But
I'm hearing Swami and Mr. Desai and, of course, Madam Irani criticizing Mr. Gandhi's speech.
Jha.
But in 35 minutes, what specifics do you expect?
35 minutes is a very long time.
This is an answer to actually build a he's building a roadmap for India, not just for CII or FICCI.
With the greatest of respect, Mr. Jha,
sure.
the question is this, that inclusive growth, that Rahul Gandhi is for inclusive growth is a known fact.
No, but that comes from employment.
And it's a good fact to know.
1 minute.
That comes from employment.
India cannot grow without inclusive growth.
One second. I want to ask Swami this and then I'll come back to you. And Smriti also has to come into this debate. You referred to her more than once. The question is that besides inclusive growth and besides the need for India Inc. to partner with the government, which is very important, perhaps people expected another takeaway, a more specific takeaway from the speech. That's all that's being said here. I don't think that takeaway people expected was, which methyl alcohol will be given what subsidy by the government. They were not talking about that. I want to get Swami back. Swami, Sanjay Jha of HamaraCongress.com says, you're expecting too many specifics in the first place from a speech like this.
It would be wrong to expect a large number of specifics. But there would be nothing wrong with having one specific in terms of easing business, one specific
Well,
in
if he
terms
gave
of
you one specific, you would say that's too little, why not two? I mean, this debate can go on forever.
You didn't have to say that I am going to go into huge number of details. You could sketch out one very clear idea. The country is
Let him complete.
There is a huge fall in the growth rate, in employment opportunities, in income opportunities, which actually is going to affect Congress quite badly at the coming elections.
Swami, can I just respond to you very quickly?
I just want you to hear
where you could have made a suggestion.
You see, this is the first time in his political career, especially as vice president, that he's addressing a business delegation at this scale, and therefore many people felt the opportunity to unveil a economic agenda. And that is the context in which we are having this discussion. Lord Meghnad Desai wanted to come in. Before I go back to the politics of it with Smriti, which she's been waiting for some time, Meghnad Desai. After Lord Desai, I will get respond.
I think given Rahul's lack of experience, and the only asset he has is his name, maybe this is the best strategy the Congress has. Keep him to generalities, let him give this nice, friendly, anecdotal talks, don't get into detail, don't get caught, and maybe that is an alternative to somebody being specific on development and all that, like Narendra Modi. So these are two contrasts. Here is a generalist, talks about the rosy future, a good guy, inclusive, harmonious, all that, no specifics. Maybe that is his strength. Maybe he can't get into specifics.
Let me try and tell you,
Why are we
and I would request
from this boy?
even Swami to perhaps answer this.
But
give credit to Rahul Gandhi that unlike a conventional politician who could have gone today and said that in the 9 years of UPA rule, India's GDP was only second to China. Secondly, our per capita income actually doubled up. Our mobile tele-density has been phenomenal. This UPA government has spent maximum on social security schemes. The fact remains that poverty levels on the standard yardsticks have come down. He did not spend his time trying to make a big deal about UPA's achievements. I think that's what a good leader is all about. I'm going to tell you on this program, and I'm saying so with confidence, that it was a statesman-like speech. But a leader who acknowledges the deficiencies in the system in an evolving society. And by the way, just a point that Rajiv made earlier that I heard him say,
Smriti has to respond to you still.
No, 1 second. That good growth leads to inclusion. Rajiv, with due respect, good growth even in the United States resulted in an Occupy Wall Street. Good growth is no guarantee of accentuating inequality
in China, they have removed poverty.
I don't think that's a truism
in China, they have removed poverty because of good growth. And I would have wanted him. I would have wanted him to say as to what is that one big thing which keeps him awake at night. 1 million people enter the workforce every month in this country, and you to create jobs for them.
He says it's devolution.
Right? Is it going to be solved by devolution? Did he say, did he ever tell us that as to how he's going to solve the problem of educated unemployment? Doesn't that scare him?
He talked about small and medium firms. Rajiv, more than a large scale company.
I now want to go across to I now want to go across to Smriti Irani to respond to all that you've said. And I also want to present here Smriti Irani. The flip side of it is saying that Rahul Gandhi was making the right sounds. Poor, middle class, tribals, women, minorities, inclusive growth, social empowerment, jobs, hopes and dreams. So it may not be an economic pitch, but it was a pretty good political pitch. What do you think?
The only pitch I can hear on Newshour tonight is Mr. Jha desperately aspiring to be the official voice of the Congress party. However, I will...
Don't worry about my desperation.
Extend him the
That's
courtesy
my
of
personal predicament, ma'am. Don't worry about it. Don't get personal. Don't get personal. I'm not commenting on your soap opera performances.
May I finish, Mr. Jha? I have not even begun with you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting with bated breath, ma'am.
I completely appreciate the fact that you're running a website.
Allow her to respond.
Can I now finish?
Yeah, please.
Or would you want us to continue this
No, please
unusual banter on Newshour?
Please complete.
A lot of other people would rather that we be specific. Now, Mr. Jha has invoked the unfortunate death of a gang rape victim in Delhi. And he has invoked the fact that Mr. Gandhi speaks from personal experiences. I would like to tell the audiences of Newshour tonight that when the Criminal Law Amendment Bill 2013 was being discussed in the Lok Sabha and voted upon, Mr. Rahul Gandhi was missing. Mr. Rahul Gandhi today invoked his personal experience as a pilot who wanted to convert his license when he came to India. And he spoke about this particular, thing in the DGCA curriculum, which he found very absurd. Now, as somebody who personally has had experience of flying, what is the challenge of the aviation industry today? The aviation industry today is burdened by heavy taxation on aviation fuel. The aviation industry today wants to support tourism in the country. The aviation industry today wants to support more and more jobs for the young. But we all know or not that in our country, as we speak right now, trained pilots are sitting unemployed at home. Engineers are sitting unemployed at home. So if you say that from the personal experiences of a particular political leader, his politics will be enriched, I did not see that enrichment.